Before we go ahead and get started with today's video, I do want to go ahead and mention the wildfires that's currently taking place in LA as we speak. It's honestly brutal. So many people have lost their lives. In fact, most people have to evacuate. And I just feel like there's so much tragedy and so many damaging, heinous things happening. And I have a platform and I wanted to go ahead and, bring as much attention as I possibly can to it. I'll be sure to link down below any helpful resources for anybody out there in LA. So yes, let's get started. What is up, guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you guys are new. Hi, it's Keisha, nice to meet you all. Get in here because you've got quite a bit to get on into. So for today's video, we're going to go ahead and talk about Justin Bieber and pretty much everything that seems to be going on right now. There's been a lot of things coming out. He's unfollowed a lot of people that he was once in business with and had like a very close bond and relationship with, and that includes Usher, that includes Allison, his manager at one point. Everybody trying to figure out like what is going on. It's also rumored that he's going to be coming back with new music. We haven't had music from Justin Bieber in a very long time, it feels like a proper album in a minute, and this is someone who once upon a time would give us music consistently. I mean, the same thing applies for a lot of like the OG musicians. When I mean OG, I mean the ones who've been doing this for definitely more than a decade now. Someone who was giving us consistent music and everything. I think that evidently, whether you're a fan or not, you could see there was a point where it seems like he fell out of love with music, or maybe not so much of music, but out of love with the job, of constantly touring the world, constantly having to be this place and then be this place later, and then show up and show out and always be seen as someone who is just happy to be there, when in reality you're going through your own stuff. You are dealing with a lot of things in the industry in which has left you shickety shockety shook. And but there was definitely, in fact, in my opinion, as a fan, more than one time where we witnessed that there was just no energy anymore, or the energy that was once upon a time there just not present anymore. As selfish as it was when I was younger, I was kind of like, oh my god, why does he keep lip syncing at tours, even though I didn't go to the tour because I couldn't afford these tickets, by the way. That's like if there's one thing I wish I could have done, I wish I could have went to the Purpose tour. I wish Believe tour. My parents couldn't afford it. I'm not gonna like crucify them for that. Do you know what I mean, babes? Like, it is what it is. But I remember feeling so sad about it. So I remember like going on YouTube and watching clips, and like, when you have your favorite artists or like people that you love, right? And then like you can't afford to go to their show, or you didn't get your tickets on it. You didn't get your tickets for it, right? So you go on YouTube, you search different clips, and you're like, oh my god, you have so much FOMO. I was watching these clips like I was at a flipping concert. You couldn't tell me anything different, do you know what I mean? So yeah, like, and in these clips, at least in the London show at the Purpose tour, he was like lip syncing, and I just kind of thought, bruh, like, why? And I get it, like, if you're doing choreography while singing, sure, lip syncing is fine if you can do it well, but there was times where it was just evident this guy was lip syncing, and he kind of wanted us to know, hey bitches, I'm lip syncing, but I'm still like, I have to get my coin. I have business, has to be business. But we did also realize anyways a lot later that he was dealing with a lot of hardships during that Purpose tour, a lot of complications, a lot of like health things, and trying to get his mind right. When it comes to Justin Bieber, I think it's best to in fact, when it comes to anyone, to be honest, the best way for someone to produce good music and to actually be in love with their job again, and again, this goes for anyone, is to take some time out. If you can afford to take the time out, like Justin Bieber can afford to take time out, I think do it. Now, can a regular schmegular person just take time out from work because, oh my god, mental health, I need to... Not necessarily, no. You're trying to pay the rent, you've got expenses, right? But if you can do that, I always encourage taking the time out. Now, however long you want your break to be is however long you want it to be. For Justin Bieber, I think there's been a couple of occasions where it definitely was more than a year, and it really is important. I think as the older I'm getting, the more I'm really like emphasizing the fact that mental health truly is important. And if you're not right up here, what is the point? You're going to treat people like absolute shite. You're not going to be in your A game. You're not going to be putting out good music like you can, and you have in you. You have the potential, and Justin Bieber definitely does have that. But I do think Justin Bieber is also overworked. Point blank period. I've always said this. This guy has been everywhere since he was a flipping teenager, okay? Doing that, touring, doing homeschool, it's a lot for me. I'm gonna be real. I know the type of person that I am. I don't think I could combine the two of them. I couldn't. Now, obviously, as a kid, you're gassed when the whole world is screaming, like, knows you who you are, and they're screaming your name. And there's amazing things about being famous, I'm sure. I think if I was to even sit down with Justin Bieber right now and kind of get a glimpse into his mindset and get a glimpse into where he's at right now and some of the hardships that he faced in the industry, because there definitely was hardships. And I think that sometimes we don't think about what men have to experience in the industry. We are very fixated on women. Now, women have been very vocal about a lot of the craziness they've witnessed and experienced, and it really is so sad and alarming. And I don't know if that's really going to stop anytime soon, because let's be honest, a lot of people want to be musicians. A lot of people want to make it. A lot of people, some people, not a lot, but some people are willing to do absolutely anything to get to the top, or to, you know, be on the radio, or to be seen, okay? And when I mean do anything, I truly do mean anything, okay? People will dangle a carrot right in front of you. People will tell you, hey, I have the power. I'm the machine. I can help you get to this place if you do this, you know? And a lot of people, unfortunately, fall into that of doing sexual favors and gestures that they don't really want to, but all for the sake of, hey, I want to make money, I want my name out there, I want to be a musician. Then there you go. Yeah, I do definitely think Justin Bieber's been overworked for a very, very, very long time, and I mean many, many, many years. And whilst it's cool to see him show up and show out at different events and be at award shows and all of those things, have you noticed also that he's not at award shows? I know that he's expressed he doesn't like award shows. I think he's just one of those artists who don't like the industry but love making music, and he likes, yeah, putting his music out there. I think that when you, like I said, when you're a kid, you're gassed. You're loving everything. You're loving these outfits. You're loving that you can do this, you can travel. All these things is so foreign and exciting for you, right? But then when you get older and it becomes a cycle of yours, you're irritated, no matter how privileged you are. And that's something in which I feel like my opinions have kind of changed. Well, not really though, because I always knew that celebrities are allowed to complain. Now, complain about money, baby, that just don't make no sense to me. Can they complain about my mental health is not great? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, money, in my opinion, could do so much. So much. But for a rich person, if they're complaining about their mental health, I don't think money is necessarily going to fix it. Now, can you go on a retreat? Sure. But I think it's about addressing the issues. And maybe for so long, Justin Bieber put it off. Or maybe, in my opinion, I think trusted the wrong people. And later had to find that out. Now, that is the reality of life, okay? For him to have unfollowed like a lot of people, this is looking like it's going to be huge, to be honest, because he's unfollowed Scooter Braun, who was pretty much like a father figure in his life. You know, Justin Bieber grew up, I mean, he knew who his dad was, but his dad and mum weren't together, and the dad kind of like wasn't really a prominent figure in his life. So obviously Scooter Braun kind of like swooping him up so early on in his life. Justin Bieber being a child star, I think that kind of just like, he kind of became a role model for Justin Bieber, and kind of, you know, I think Justin probably saw Scooter as like, you know, someone I look up to and would like to be like. And you know, Scooter Braun, whether you like him or not, is very business savvy, annoying as hell, but very business savvy, and was a huge part of Justin's career. And the same thing applies for Usher as well. But there's certain things about Usher's story that I don't respect. I think that he needs to address his whole situation, and even with like the whole Diddy thing. Wow, 2024 was a madness. Justin Bieber really is like unfollowing people, and the thing is, I don't think they were necessarily like colleagues, because I get it, he would work with these people, but I think that it turned into a family, and I think that he felt very comfortable with these people. And then maybe now with him having a child, because they say your perspective on life completely changes once, you know, a baby's brought into the world. And I think that's probably what's happened. I think that he's sitting back and actually seeing how things are unfolding. I think that he's probably been, you know, dealt with wrong. And I'm not saying that he is someone who is a saint. No, I think everyone's a problematic being to a certain degree. I think everyone's done things. People have made mistakes. People are doing things in which are not mistakes. You know, everyone has their own shit, yeah? And has their own baggage and a lot of craziness going on, let's say. But if we're talking about how wrong they did Justin Bieber, I do feel like he was one of those artists that was truly failed. And I know I haven't done a deep dive like a musician in such a long time. I feel like I used to do like deep dive, like celebrity documentary-esque style videos. It's been a couple years since I did that, but I feel like that could make for a really good video, to be honest, because I really do stand on that. I do feel like, yes, there's so many child stars, but Justin Bieber, for me, I feel like, I'm gonna put this out there, was abused, taken pure advantage of by the big dogs, or by the elders, the ones who should have understood that, hey, this ain't healthy, okay? So yeah, I need to, like, I'm sorry, I don't need to know because it's not my business, but I'm a nosy ass bitch and I own it. So I would love to know, like, what's the tea, like, what happened, you know? And I think that, again, him being a father now, and, you know, him holding his baby, he's probably like reminded that I want to bring you into this world and I want to raise you with so much love and care and be there for you, and I felt like I didn't have that myself. Justin Bieber hasn't followed his longtime mentor, Usher, on Instagram. Listen, I know there's gonna be people who are like, okay, but Instagram is not like real life, like, you know, they could have unfollowed each other there, but they still have each other's number, they probably still text or whatever. In this day and age, unfortunately, as tapped as it sounds, but Instagram is like very telling. Also, if you haven't subscribed and you made it this far into the video, babes, what are you waiting for? Also, follow me on Instagram, it's Keisha_. It's a lovely time over on there. I've been posting so much on my stories. What else have I been doing? A lot of you guys are always in my DMs. Like, I'm gonna put some screenshots so you guys know I'm not actually capping, but a lot of you guys in my DMs like, Keisha, I can't believe you actually replied, because I know I always say in my videos that, hey, I'm gonna reply to you, blah blah. I actually genuinely mean it. So you watching right now, if you haven't caved in for whatever reason, because you're trying to be like different, not from like, girl, listen, bitch. You're missing out, okay? Itzkeisha _ it's a lovely time over on there. If you guys want to shoot me a DM, I double dare you. My DMs are open for you guys. I truly do appreciate the love and support. And I see the message, so I might as well go and reply. Do you know what I mean? Also, if I haven't replied to you, it's because my nails are hella long. And babes, I don't feel like doing all the typing. But luckily, the shape is calm in it. I'm just real about it. I'm not one of those influencers like, oh my god, I didn't see the message. Oh, my Instagram DMs are full. Yeah, they're full, but I'll get back to you. What are you waiting for? While it was Usher who first signed Bieber, the relationship allegedly hit a rough patch after the Diddy allegations came out in 2024. It was on February the 11th, 2024, where Justin Bieber had posted this specific Instagram post praising Usher as he had just done the Super Bowl performance and was basically, you know, again, congratulating him and saying such nice things, as you can see in the caption. I think there could be other things. I think there's other business moves that Justin Bieber's probably deep in, like, hey, you guys snaked me, you guys failed me, you could have done a better job as the adults in these situations, as the managers in these situations, especially with like Allison and Scooter Braun, who are people who also appeared in, you know, a few of Justin Bieber's documentaries. Mental health is so important, but I had to realize that the older I got. So how is it that these grown-ass adults didn't prioritize this individual's mental health, but was still like put him, and I get it, Justin Bieber has to take accountability too, like at the end of the day, you did sign up for certain things, but Scooter Braun is not living Justin Bieber's lifestyle of the pressure of like paparazzis or anything. Like it just isn't the same thing. Justin Bieber and Usher first met in 2008, and the latter heard the Young Singer's cover version of You Got It Bad. Usher later appeared on Justin Bieber's debut album My World, collaborating on the track First Dance. Usher was also featured in Justin Bieber's remix Somebody to Love in his album My World 2.0. However, Bieber is currently distancing himself from his mentor. The best thing you could do for yourself is literally to put yourself first. Have that wake up call, come to your senses and do things differently. And it sounds like that's what Justin Bieber is trying to do. I've seen some criticism online of people saying that it's weird that he's gotten rid of everyone so quickly and is dropping people so quickly. But for me, I kind of feel as though, you know, he's been around these people for many years now, has probably heard some shady stuff about these people, but all in the sake of, you know, we're all family, we've been together for many years, I'm going to stick by them. I really do think it took having a child for him to, you know, look at life a lot differently, and you can't blame the dude for that whatsoever. So it'll be very interesting to see his next business moves and everything. At the end of the day, he can still release music like without a label because he is Justin Bieber, but I do think that he probably will maybe stick to the same label, maybe sign with someone else, I don't know, and, you know, do things differently and hopefully in a healthier manner that benefits him. Because you don't want to be, what's the point of being overworked and touring all of these places and you didn't really get the cut, or you didn't really get what you wanted or what you were promised, shall we say? Because it's looking like that's the situation here. And to all of the adults who were around when he was getting abused and when he was going to parties underage, to all the adults who literally let these things happen, you should be absolutely ashamed of yourself. And that could also be another possibility here. Maybe he's finally calling it out, and maybe he's finally seeing what it is that the public have been saying about Diddy and saying about a lot of the monsters in Hollywood. Maybe he's finally come to his senses. Hey, for some people it takes a lot longer to realize these things than others, but he's here, and I think this is a really good point. It's very interesting to see again what he does with this. If Justin Bieber wants to speak out about P. Diddy, then do it. Okay, do I think that he is obliged to do it? No, I think that at the end of the day, at your own pace, at your own time, maybe he will do it this year, who knows, maybe he will never speak about it. Do you think that his perspective on life has changed since having a kid? And they say this often happens with a lot of stupid bitch, can you keep up? No, catch my breath. I hate those bitches. Sorry, let me stop it. English. I mean, what? That was English. Let me watch my language. So in the other video, the Blake Live video, I can't speak English, but now I literally have to watch my language. Babes, what you want to say? Make it make sense. I hate people. I don't hate. Hate is a strong word. Whoopsie daisy. I hurt you again. No, but seriously though, I don't like when people do the whole don't tingle my eardrum. Babes, leave me alone. Like, how disrespectful can you be? Hey. Anyways, I came across this article. I just don't like it. How Usher bought beautiful 14-year-old boy Justin Bieber to music mogul LA Reid as a gift, and how it paved the way for singer's friendship with Diddy. The music mogul who discovered Usher and enabled P. Diddy to set up Bad Boy Records revealed how Justin Bieber was brought to him as a gift by Usher. I hate how this is worded and it just feels so predatory. Now listen, I don't know, I'm not really a conspiracy theorist type of gal, okay? I just sit back. I was gonna say I mind my business, but do I? But you know what I mean, like I'm not really a conspiracy type of girl. I do believe some conspiracies though. The whole Pizzagate and like the whole Yummy music video, people were like, oh my god, the black dude at the end of the video was supposed to be L.A. Reid. I'm sorry babes, but I fell for it. Don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. I'm being serious, I genuinely fell for it. And until this day, I actually believe that's one of these conspiracy theories that I find to be quite true. And obviously like it resurfaced with the whole Diddy thing last year, but like I do believe that he was kind of, oh, not my dog literally opened a door. Like, excuse me, are you, oh. He wants to be me so bad. Like he wants to be a grown up. He wants to be a human so bad. Babes, you're a dog. And that's okay, babes, because you don't have to pay no rent. I love you. Look at him staring at me. He loves me. When Reid, who himself being sued for sexual assault and harassment by a former colleague, signed Usher as a teenager, he sent him off to be mentored by Diddy for a year. And that was the same thing that happened with Justin Bieber. Who are these people that know when someone's unfollow someone? Why do you not have a life? I thought I didn't have a life, but babes, you're worse than me. And not even respectfully, babes. Disrespectfully, because bitch, what do you mean you know that Justin Bieber, how did you know this though? Like, yeah, I did a 1 2 3 4 check because I saw the headline, but bitch, I'm not going through someone's following like, oh my god, the numbers have gone down, which means they've followed someone else and doing the maths. Why weren't you doing the math in math class? It comes back to the whole thing of like wanting to make sure to protect Billie Eilish from a lot of things and be so passionate about doing that because he knows what it was like to be in the industry at a young age and to be taken advantage of and to be around the wrong groups of people. So I mean, I'm loving that for him. And yeah, he is rumored to be going back on tour. I guess he realized that baby nappies were expensive. I love Justin, I do, I promise. Fun fact, in case you guys didn't know, I actually interviewed Justin Bieber. If you go on my channel, it should be like, if you click on my channel, the page, you should be able to see the video, especially if you are a new subscriber. If you were returning, maybe you don't get the option of seeing it, but it's on my page. It was a really good interview, absolutely love it. Iconic, one of my favorite videos of all time. I mean, literally, like I flipping spoke to Justin Bieber. It's definitely a flex and something I don't speak about as much as I should, but it's because, babes, I'm humble. I think that he realized that diapers are expensive as hell, and even someone as rich as Justin Bieber, I mean, money. People are saying also that he's broke. Broke and Justin don't make no sense, okay? If Justin Bieber is broke, then yikes. Hollywood, something clearly is going wrong. Broke is having no money to your name. That was me at one point, bitch. Broke most of my life, okay? I don't think he's broke. Do I think that maybe he's realized that he didn't maybe get the money that he deserved for certain things? Sure, possibly, but I don't think broke. I think that he's going on tour because, you know, he wants to release music and he's ready for the world to hear maybe sonically a different sound from him. I'm just ready to like gear up for new music, sure. But I also do think he has a child now, so like, you know, you go even harder. It doesn't matter who you are. You go even harder when you have a family to provide for and people to take care of. And I know that Hailey Bieber has her own business and everything, but, you know, I think that there's this new first hunger when you have a child. So, hello, Teddy baby. 1 second, baby. Let me finish my video, gorgeous. Oh, but yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. I would love to know what you guys think about this whole situation. We're going to sit back and watch as it all unfolds, obviously. So, yeah, I'll catch you guys real soon for a brand new video. Bye.